Welcome. Dr. Richard Mull here, founder and president of Operation Light Force, and welcome to God Speaks. All right, I want to explain more about writing down whatever God is speaking to you. First of all, so many times God speaks things to me that he wants me to do something about, and I'll just say I'm notoriously bad. My wife gives me a list of groceries, and if I don't look at that list and check them off, I'm going to miss something. I'm going to forget something. And she can give me a list of 4 things, and I might remember 2 of them. I don't know what it is, and I have a pretty sharp mind, but when God speaks to me, I can forget what he told me. It blows me away sometimes. I'll read what the Lord spoke to me earlier in the week, and I was like, God didn't say that. I would have remembered that if I had heard that. I'm serious. It is crazy. But when I write it down, it's there. It'll last. It's those marching orders. At one point when God was teaching me, I hear his voice. He was speaking so much to me day after day. It was profound. All of a sudden it just stopped. I was like, God, where are you? Why is it so silent? Is there sin in my life? Is there something I've done? Where are you, God? And the Lord's just, all he said was, you haven't been obeying me. And I knew what he was talking about. He'd been telling me to write down all the revelations he was giving me. That's now a book, the Jesus Training Manual. And I was like, Lord, that means I have to get up off this nice, comfortable sofa. I have to sit in that uncomfortable chair over there. That's back when I didn't have laptops, I had to turn on a desktop computer and wait 3 whole minutes on a cold, hard seat for it to warm up. I was like, that is not what I want to do in this quiet, special time with you and me. Lord wouldn't speak to me until I got up, sat down, and wrote what he was speaking to me. Do you know the God Speaks Bible? Powerful resource. It came from that time with the Lord where I'm just doing what he tells me to do. And I start highlighting all the people God spoke to, all the different passages where God is talking to someone. This changed my life. Taking that time, being with him, listening, and then writing down whatever he's speaking to you is life transforming. Now, I will say that there are times that I write down stuff and it's my prayer. It's what I'm asking the Lord to do. That's different from listening, but it is powerful when we communicate back and forth with God. Sometimes when I'm teaching people how to hear God's voice, they're going to hear the voice of the enemy, even though we take authority over it, because they've been so tuned into the voice of the enemy that, and they haven't gone through ministry, gotten free of that stuff in their lives. But when we evaluate the next step, what did you hear? They can always tell me, oh, that was a demon speaking to me. I was like, a demon speaking? Did you go to a church that doesn't talk about or believe in demons? They're like, yeah, I know. But I know that was a demon. I've heard demons my whole life. I hear those kinds of things. And then they're listening and they write something else down. I was like, what was that? Oh, that was God. Same person can hear the voice of the evil one, can hear the voice of God, can discern between the two. Big question in many of our lives is, who are we listening to? Many times has anyone ever taught us how to hear God's voice? It is so helpful to write down your prayer, write down his answer. And during the time of listening, write down everything that you see, every image, every picture. If it's a vision, it'll be pretty clear, pretty evident that it came from God. I want to give you a list of every unique way that God speaks. I have over 95 unique ways that God speaks listed for you, and some key tools, some components about hearing God's voice that I just want to give to you. Just need to go to our website. We've got that listed below. There's a QR code for you. Register, and we'll communicate with you on a regular basis more and more stuff about hearing God's voice. Along with that, we've got an online course that goes deeper into hearing God's voice. You can get the workbook on how to hear God's voice from the book of Acts. And it's a 28-day journey. Many people it takes longer than that, but you could do 1 chapter a day for 28 days. And you can do this as a small group. And also God Speaks Bible, traces every unique way that God speaks, every time God speaks, and highlights it. Every miracle in the Bible, you can just read the yellow, and you're going to see every miracle in the Bible. And the words of God the Father, highlighted in purple for his royalty, for his majesty. And last but not least, are all the passages that God spoke to someone, but they're related to us in the third person. And all of those are highlighted in brown. I would have thought that all of prophecy was highlighted in brown, but reality is 80% of it is in purple. It's as if God took a man and spoke to us through that man.